Hello everyone, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I am so happy that you are here with me. I am working on my page layouts that we had for Anna Griffin Crop at Home 2. So we are looking at the Anna Griffin Crop at Home 2 Heirloom collection, and this is the most gorgeous double spread. So absolutely beautiful. So what we have here is a double spread. That means that there's two pages and they are going to flow together like one huge layout. So on this little layout here, what we have going on is a frame. We have done this many times before. If you start looking at it, we have done the frame around the entire area. And on this one, what you do is you shape it out in a shape of a C. So one side you're gonna cut out, like right here. So when you do that, you're going to be able to have this space here in the middle just continuous. And so the trick with that is just kind of use a nice soft colors. Continue your pictures on both pages. So you can see this is challenging to do for somebody that doesn't want to cut gorgeous paper like myself. So here's a 4x6 mat and you slice it and put it on the other page. Isn't that something else? The same thing with this gorgeous journaling block. You slice it and put half of it on the other side. Same thing right here. Now on this one, I feel like here it should have the title page. So I made this one a little extra long. And I'll show you how to do this. This is a little extra long title page. And so what we're gonna need here is different page colors. So we have a purple and this gorgeous pink with gold, and we have the pink underneath that's an accent, and lots of gorgeous gold and two tones of purple to make these pages. Super easy. Now let me show you how the back mechanics of this works. Okay. This is going to be 2 inches. So you're going to cut 2 inches going down, stop, go down 2 inches, and then come back around, okay? Just like that on both sides. You're gonna do the exact same thing. And then on the front, you can see this absolutely gorgeous pink with the gold. I think I would like to probably put more, like double this up, but I'm gonna leave it alone. It's time for me to finish my pages, and I'm not going to add too much more to it. And then of course we need lots and lots of little flowers on this, and I want to show you how I did this extra long title, what I'm calling a title on this little piece here. Okay, so for me to make this little piece here, and of course I used painter's tape on this one, and I did find out that the yellow is delicate painter's tape. Okay, so this is the result of this little die right here. If you want to make a title strip for yourself, and I kept looking at this page and thinking that this was just not big enough, that I needed it to be longer. So what I have here is a scrap piece of paper, and this right here is 2.5 inches wide. So I am going to cut this strip 2.5 right here. Okay. And what we do here is this is going to be right here. And what we want to do with this is you take this little strip and you fold it in half. And you want to put it as close as possible right here, but not on the cutting edge of the very end. So we're going to try to make this as big as we can. So what we're having here, 2.5 inch strip, and we're looking at our little die here. And this little die right there is 4.5. But if we move it in, I can do 3 3/4 without it going into the cutting edge of this. So I have here 3 3/4, and I'm going to take my little score tool and I'm going to score. And then I'm going to bring this in. And then we're going to run this through our little machine. And of course, I'm using my favorite little tool that my husband made for me. So we want it to be right there, not on the cutting edges, okay? Right there. You can see where the cutting edges are, and you want to get all the way into that spot, but not over it. Okay, then you're going to bring it down, and we're going to run it through the machine. Okay, so I want to make sure you understood how this went. Taking this little tape off, and we folded it. So now we take this off. There's no cut into that last little edge, so it's a continuous trim. And now we can open it up, and you have, instead of having a die that is this large, now you have it that is larger. Okay, and I think that would be perfect right there. And this one was just a little bit smaller. Okay, so now you have this gorgeous pink right here. And if you wanted to add a little purple, we can kind of double it up and do something like that. But I kind of think I just want the pink on it. Now you will see that with this, you're going to have half of it embossed and half of it debossed. But it looks beautiful. You don't, when you put the plastic on top, you will not be able to see that. It is perfectly okay. Okay, so I wanted you to see how that works there. Super easy trick that you can do with all of your frames. You just have to study your frame and make sure that you're cutting it not into the other sections. And play with the pattern. Use it on plain, ugly craft paper, and then you'll be able to see what you need to do to make it beautiful for yourself and make it fit your page. Okay, so we have it, I want to say this direction. And again, I'm putting it with my little tape because I like it there. I'm not sure what pictures I want to put on it, so maybe I'll change it later. Okay, and then we just needed little flowers all over it, and then we're finished with this. Now again, I have my painter's tape on the top so that you know where the top of this is. And then we have to do something to the back of this. Don't you think we have to do something to the back of this? Super easy, fun to do. Okay, so what we are working on are the back of these lovely pages. Now remember, this is going to be your page layout that you are going to work on this way, and then this page layout is going to go somewhere else. You're not going to see where it goes because who knows what's going to be behind that page, right? Now this is a problem right here because when we try to use the back of these papers, this is the hero page. This is what you want to see. But the back of this is just an accidental page that we want to use some kind of way. So I have the exact same page that is right here. And what I want to do is put a strip in here that is going to kind of mix and match with what we have going on this page. So I am looking for the exact same pattern. You want it to be horizontal. You want your pinks to be there. You want it to be 2 inches separate. So I'm thinking it's right here. If I mix this up just about there, that will be the 2-inch mark, maybe. We're going to give it a little bit more than 2 inches because I want to make sure that we're having a little room to play with it. Okay. And I am mixing this up and making it match exactly to the pattern that's already here. Right there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one strip of this down. Okay, there we go. And now on this side, we're a little slither bigger. So now on this side, we're going to go and cut it off. And that was just my reassurance to make sure that I was cutting on the right space, and you hold on to those little pieces. So now we have this little page here that we are trying to do, and we're going to do the exact same thing to this side. And we have that quarter here again, just reassurance that I was cutting it in the right space. And now we're going to have that little piece over there. Okay, so now we have these two spaces that are exactly the same. And if this ends up on a different page, nobody will be the wiser. So what we have here is we're going to do another little strip to frame this out right here. I think it's really important that we add something that can really look super nice. And a miter edge is always really nice. So I do the middle with a little bit of double-sided tape. Put this down. We're going to do the same thing to the top. Right there. Same thing right here. These are 1-inch strips. And then my favorite mitering tool, a cutting board from my kitchen, something that I never used in algebra. And we use a sharp cutting tool right here to here. And you're gonna hold tight and cut. And you can hear a difference when you cut through all pages. And here we are, the perfect little mitered corner. Put a little bit of wet glue in here. There we go. So we're going to do this again. You're going to get really good at mitering corners because we have to do 8 of them. Okay, so we are on number 8 of these little mitering. You sneak your little mat, cutting mat, under. You're putting your geometry tool right on top. You're using an X-Acto knife and you hold it right there, and then you go up to this corner, and you're going to put pressure going down to hold all the papers together, and then you're going to cut, and you keep cutting until you kind of hear the roughness of the plastic underneath. Sometimes a little tiny bit of it doesn't sticks on, so just kind of gently remove it with a pair of scissors. And now what I do is I put a little bit of wet glue underneath, and I kind of squeeze these together, so if there was any piece merged that looked funny, now they're pieced together. So now what we have here are 2 super fun, this is the outside, this is the inside, and this page will match with anything that you've been working with because it is the exact same thing. Now you can put this gorgeous little title there. I love to do titles on pages because titles you need for everything. So I do love a title page, and I think that's exactly what I'm going to do, is 2 little title pages that would be just perfect. And this is just the right size right here. And I think I'd like to give it a little more of an accent with a pop-up dot. This is the inside, so this would be the outside. So I think I'd like to put it on the outside, just like that. Just one little pop-up dot because you can put other things in there. And then on this one, I'd like this spot to have the bigger one. Because this is a long little title. I'm going to put 3 of them, but for right now, I'm only taking 1 little pop-up dot skin off so that I can adjust to whatever I want to adjust it to at another time. Okay, so this page is almost finished. Of course, we have to add beautiful flowers. So when I'm placing flowers, I like flowers to be in clusters of 3. So I'm kind of just moving things around a little bit and trying to see where I want to pick. So we have a nice bouquet of 3 different flowers in 3 different areas that kind of look the same, but they're not. And that is how I'd like to put these down. Okay, so I have been putting on my little flowers, and here they are. I want to show you what I was doing. This little flower cluster is right here. The little flower cluster is right here, and then this is my little piece that is a little bit longer, and I haven't quite put it down yet. I think I want to do that now with a little pop-up dot or flat. I think I want it flat. You know, sometimes you just want your page to be on the flat side, and that's okay. I put a tiny pop-up dot on my butterfly and on my flower just to give it a little more dimension, but that's it. Here we are. This is our double page layout, and then on the inside, or on the backs of these pages, better said, is right here. And this can be super easy and fun. You add a little flower. Once you get your title put together, you know what you want on here. Very easy to do. I am so happy that you're here with me. I'm hoping that you're liking my work coming along. I didn't do very much different to this page. I kind of tweaked here a little bit and removed and made this little title a little bit longer. But I am really loving the way this looks, and I hope that you are also. And also thinking about doing something simple to the backs of your pages so that you can put more pictures in, because that's what it's about, preserving our memories. So thank you so much for coming by. I hope that you enjoy it. Subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, talk to me, tell me what your ideas are, and I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.